grab a beer, and pull up a chair. Welcome to the Northwoods Beer Guy podcast. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Northwoods Beer Guy podcast. This is Mike, the Northwoods Beer Guy. And today I am joined once again by my lovely wife, Suzy.
Hello, all.
How's it going today?
Or should I say aloha?
Yes. So I guess we should actually call it pretty much as far southwest in the United States, not the continental United States, mind you, but in the United States you can get, because we are in Hawaii.
Yes, Waikiki.
Waikiki. And today we are at Maui Brewing Company. So we're actually sitting out on their terrace, so you're going to hear some music, you hear probably some traffic, I hear some birds flying around. So there's a little bit of everything, so we do apologize a little bit for that. But we had to stop because it's only, just a couple, 2-3 blocks from our hotel, I believe. Now you're probably thinking, why in the world is the Northwoods Beer Guy in Hawaii? Well, our daughter, who plays basketball, they play in a tournament here over the holiday, and that's why we're here. So
we get to watch some basketball and enjoy the beaches and the beautiful scenery. It's our first time in Hawaii, so never been here before.
That is right.
It's been on our bucket list for sure.
And when we left Wisconsin, it had snowed the night before, so we left the snow and cold and came down here, and it's, I think, in the low 80s, I believe. And,
it's beautiful.
Sun shining. We walked over by the ocean here just a little bit ago, watched some people out there surfing. At least that's what they told us. I think they heard we were going to do a podcast, and they were trying to spot where we were, but luckily we're kind of hidden here. So anyway, like I said, we are at Maui Brewing, and we're going to try, they have 8 of their year-round beers. So we got two flights that have, all of their year-long brews. Last night we did stop and check some things out, and they had some limited release beers, and we tried those. They were pretty good, so it should be interesting. Now these ones are going to be kind of your ones that you're going to find around. We're like, some of these I know I've seen in our area before, but not too many. I think of all of these that they have all year, I've only had one that I've ever actually tasted. So it should be interesting to see how they go. Yes, we can start it off, and the first one that they have is their Bikini Blonde Lager, and that is a 4.8%, 21 IBUs, crisp and refreshing, Hellas perfect anytime. It's definitely like a lighter color, like a Hellas lager. Yeah, it smells like it. Oh yeah, it's definitely has a little bit of that lager type flavor to it.
Oh, that's good. I like it.
As I say, it's definitely one of those that I think when it's really cold, and this one is pretty cold, it's good.
This is called the Bikini Blonde.
The Bikini Blonde.
So interesting. We did have lunch here a little earlier, and I had an seared ahi tuna salad, and the vinaigrette dressing was made with the ahi, or with the Bikini Blonde.
Oh, was it?
Yeah,
huh.
yeah.
I did not know that.
So it was very good. So they mixed it in with the vinaigrette. It was really good.
Yeah. I say they have pretty much like a full type menu here for food as well. And I just went with chicken wings, but they had 2 different flavors you could pick from. They had your classic buffalo, and then they had I can't remember the name, it was some other, like
Hawaiian,
a glaze, kind of a Hawaiian glaze. It was kind of like a teriyaki, a little bit of flavor, and you could get half and half, so that's what I did. And the glaze was really good. I mean, the buffalo was good too, don't get me wrong, but that was what you would expect, where the glaze was kind of a surprise a little bit. I didn't know how it was going to be, so I didn't want to get all the wings in case I didn't think it was good, but it was really good.
Yeah, so the Bikini Blonde, lots of bikinis here also in Hawaii.
I don't know. I have not been looking at that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So Waikiki Beach is just a block away from the brewery here.
Yep. There's buildings in the way, so you can't really see the beach from the brewery, but it's just 1 block over.
Yep, we can actually see a little alley that they call Surfboard Alley from our terrace position right now, which is kind of cool.
Interesting.
So people can keep their surfboards there, and they lock them up, and it's an alley, and there's all these huge surfboards that just line the alley, and they have padlocks on them, so it's kind of cool.
Yeah, I was not expecting that when we walked through there.
Yeah.
I was like, I wonder why they call it Surfboard Alley. And
Well, that's why.
It was pretty easy to figure out when we got there.
Easier than carrying them. And so today when we left our hotel, there was a gentleman, I believe he was from Australia. He had a little Australian accent. and he brought his surfboard in the elevator.
Yeah.
It barely fit. It was kind of
It was
funny.
3 of us, and I was like,
Yeah.
dude, I'm surprised that thing fit in there. And he goes,
Yeah.
oh, I checked it out first, he said. So it was kind of funny because it wasn't one of like your small surfboard.
It was a big one.
Big
Yeah.
giant one that I was like, there's no way that thing's fitting in here, but it did.
Yeah. You can rent them on the beach too, I guess.
The surfboard?
The surfboards, yeah.
It makes sense, I guess.
Yeah.
So I guess on the Bikini Blonde, what did you think as far as taste and out of 5 stars? What kind of score would you give it?
Oh, I'd give it a solid 2.5. I mean, it's nothing crazy.
Right. Yeah, I thought it was really refreshing, but I do agree with you. I'm going to go 2.5 as well, just because flavor-wise, it did have some flavor, but it could use a little bit more, I think. But overall, it was very good. And on a hot day, it would be really refreshing.
Yep.
All right. Well, the next one that we have is I hope I pronounce this right, Pau Hana, Pauhana.
Probably Pau Hana.
That probably is what it is. And it's a Pilsner, 5.2% ABV and 30 IBU. So a little bit higher on both, on ABV and on the hop scale. But it's, and we almost got hit by a bird as we're sitting here.
There was a pigeon.
They do have a sign up that says, for health reasons, please do not feed the birds.
Yeah.
Doesn't say we can't give them beers.
Right. Yeah.
All right, so this Pilsner, it says sweet European Pilsner malt is balanced by spicy hop profile. So this one here, and it's a little bit darker in color than the first one, but not much. I mean, it looks like a Pilsner. Aroma is not.
Right in my wheelhouse. I had to give you a little
a little
bit of
Jim there.
Yeah.
No, compared to like the Pilsners that, your mass-produced Pilsners, it does have a little more flavor.
Oh, yeah.
I think it does have a slight
little bit of
hoppy
hop,
at the finish,
but it's not terrible.
Right.
I'm not really big on hops, so.
Well, neither is Jim. So, but yeah, it definitely has a decent flavor. And like I said, I do get a little bit of a dry finish from the hops, where you kind of like, on your tongue, it's a little bit dry. Not bad though. I mean, again, if it's cold, I could see where it would be a really good drink during a warm day.
Right.
Almost a lawnmower beer.
Lawnmower beer?
Yeah. I guess what do you think on the score on that one?
Again, not anything crazy. I think it's maybe a little better than the last one. So maybe like a 2.6, 2.7, 2.6.
2.6, okay. Yeah, I do get that little bit of it lingers, the hot, that's a little bit. I think I'm going to do like a 2.4 just because of that. Overall, I think it was good, but that hop linger a little bit was kind of hangs on. So I guess we lined up some things to do while we're here, because we did come down a few days early, check things out like good parents do. Our daughter they don't fly until Wednesday they get here.
Next week. So we are, or this, what is it today?
Today is Saturday.
So the time difference in Hawaii is a little interesting. So this morning we were both up probably like
I woke up
3 o'clock.
Like at home, my alarm goes off at 6 a.m. And I woke up it was about 2 o'clock here.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh.
Yeah.
Then he just laid there for quite a while and then went back to sleep. But it's a 4-hour difference, I believe. The flight was long. I mean, our flight was almost 9 hours.
8 hours and 45 minutes, yeah.
And it was pretty crazy because we flew Delta, and the good thing is, they have the TV screen type things and the headrest or whatever, so you can watch movies and such. So I did that for 9 hours. It's been a long time since I've been on a plane where they actually gave you a meal.
Like hot food.
Yeah, hot food. You could choose between chicken or pasta, and we went with chicken. Well, it was like chicken and mashed potatoes, green beans.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. For airplane food.
Some kind of cold salad. I don't know what that was.
I think it was that couscous or
couscous or whatever. I don't know.
It is.
I mean, it was decent, but it was different.
It was different, yeah.
And then, of course, you got a little brownie type thing. That was good. But and then, like I said, they went through with the drink cart, so we got
like
pop,
5 times.
Yeah, 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
Then they went through a second time with food, but it was like calzone. So you could pick cheese. You had the 3 cheese, and then I had a chocolate one because chocolate is like cheese and it's healthy. So,
right.
But it was good. Like I said, it was definitely interesting, and it's been a long time since we've been on a flight that long.
Right. I think it's mandatory. If it's longer than 8 hours, I think they have to feed you.
Okay.
I think.
Okay. Because most of the flights we've been on, it's where you want some food? Sure. Where's your credit card?
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
exactly.
Rather interesting. But
it was a huge plane. Oh my gosh. It's huge.
Yeah, there was.
We were in seat like row
54.
54. Yeah.
And then there was 2 seats on by the window. There's 2 seats. Then there was 5.
Was there 4 or 5 in the middle?
5 in the middle, and then 2 on the other side.
Yeah, so 7 on all.
So 7 per row, and it was definitely interesting. So a lot of people, and it did sound like there were 6 people that didn't show up.
Oh, really?
That's because they said they were waiting for a little bit before we took off, and then they ended up closing the doors. And
maybe
away
it
we
didn't
went.
make their connection or something.
Yeah, it could be, or whatever. But
yeah, so the Honolulu airport, very beautiful. Like a lot of open air stuff. But yeah, the island is amazing. Just very.
Yeah, it was something flying. Because so when we were flying in, you saw some of the islands. And I didn't know which one we were going to, because they said, it looks like there's an airport there. I already flew by that one and went to the next one and all that. So it was interesting. But yeah, we've got some things scheduled. Of course, we want to. Well, right now we've got sunset cocktail cruise. And we booked to go to a luau.
And then we're doing an
island tour.
Yeah.
We do plan on checking out. We want to go to the Arizona.
The Pearl Harbor.
And all
so
that.
our daughter's birthday is on Pearl Harbor. She was born on Pearl Harbor Day. I always teased her that I should have named her Pearl.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we're kind of waiting to see.
We're waiting to see
can.
because she had said she'd like to go, but we have to see what their schedule is. If they have, if she's got time to do an 8-hour.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. They haven't got their itinerary yet to know what they're going to be doing.
Yeah. And your uncle was in the Battle of Pearl Harbor.
My grandmother's brother. So my great uncle. Yeah, he was in Pearl Harbor when it was bombed.
Yeah, and we had a family friend that also was here, and it's always been, World War II. My dad served in the Army, although he didn't leave the States, but my Uncle Chip was a World War II veteran. He actually he was overseas. I don't know if he was in France or where he was, but all I know is that he never ate fish.
Really?
Because they ate a lot of fish when they were over there.
Oh.
So when he got back, he didn't care for fish.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, then another friend of ours, wasn't he a POW?
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
he was on a plane that got shot down. And I believe
but he
was like there were only 2 survivors, I think.
It could have been. I don't remember the full story, but he recently just passed away a couple of years ago, maybe.
He was in his 90s.
Yeah, really
super nice guy.
Yeah. So we definitely want to check that out. But like I said, we got to see what our daughter's schedule is, see if she can make the trip too. So
yeah.
All right. Well, the third beer that we have here, and this is the only one of their year-round beers that I've had before.
Oh, okay.
And I got it back home. And it's their coconut Hiawa, I believe is how you say it, and it's a porter, 6%.
Porter?
Yep,
Okay.
6% ABV and 20 IBUs, or is it 30? Trying to look on there, 30 IBUs, and it's a robust dark ale with hand-toasted coconut and hints of mocha.
Ooh. So I am not a huge coconut fan when it comes to like eating coconut. I think it's the texture and I really don't like the taste. But in drinks, love the coconut water. I love that.
Well, pina
coladas, all that stuff. And beers with coconut aren't bad.
Yeah, and it
smells good.
It's one of those things, those ingredients that if they do it wrong, it's bad.
Yeah,
my
this
opinion.
is good.
Yeah, I was gonna say I really like it. This one I think they got the balance down right for the coconut. It's not overpowering because sometimes it's either way too much or you can't even taste it.
No, it's very good flavor.
Yeah, this one I think they do a good job, and it's definitely.
And I'm not a huge coffee drinker either, so the mocha I'm not. But the coconut flavor I like. It's got kind of a lingering coffee taste though.
A little bit, but I think it's very good. Like I said, I thought it was kind of funny that this is the only one. Now when we were here, it's kind of funny because was it a lady that that told you about they have these convenience type stores called ABC stores?
My friend from Cataract Lindy, she and her husband have been to Hawaii several times. Donnie has a military job and he comes here a lot.
Yeah. So it was kind of fun because we went down there because we wanted to just get some pop for when we got in at, what time was it? 4-ish, somewhere in there. And it's like, well, let's just go see if we can find some pop. And price-wise, It's a little bit more expensive than
Yeah,
the
so a
States.
6-pack of pop was like $7.
It's like $7.
Yeah.
And so we were picking up, we're going to get a Diet Coke and a regular Coke. And a gentleman was like, hey, they got a Target store just over here and it's a little bit cheaper. So we said, oh, okay. So we just got 1 6-pack for last night. Well, and we still got some today. We can finish it today. But it was funny because our daughter called this morning just to see how things were going and what we were doing. And she had said that a lady at the school told her, oh, no, it was her nail person.
Oh, yeah.
The lady doing her nails had said, oh, don't worry if you forget something. They have ABC stores on every corner.
Which they do.
Which is funny because when we were walking around last night, you had said, they must have one of these on every street corner. And it looks like it pretty much is.
Yeah, so it's like a little convenience store. They have everything from liquor to actual, like a deli where they have like sandwiches and fresh fruit. They have bananas and all of that. It is a little pricier, but you can't beat it. And if you save all your receipt, they have a thing where you can get like a free prize or something. So,
okay.
Yeah.
So let's hang on to our pop receipt.
Yeah.
Oh, we bought a water
Then
today
I just stopped
too.
this morning and got a water.
So yeah, price wise, and like you said, we've walked around kind of looking for different places to maybe eat at and such. And there are some of the places that prices are kind of high, but I guess what do you expect?
Yeah.
It's like that anywhere where it's kind of touristy anyway.
Yeah. So there was, so the guy that booked our excursions, he had a suggestion list of some things that we should try. And one of them was this bakery to get a donut, this certain kind of donut. It's a poi something, and
it looks like, it almost reminded me of, remember those teething rings that the kids had that had like the bigger bump things?
Yeah, they're like little balls that are all put together in a circle.
So we found the bakery and we bought one of those, and then their other classic item is a
cream puff, which was, oh my gosh, that was really good.
And we tried that donut and it was like glazed, or I don't know, you know what I mean? But then you pulled it apart and it was purple inside.
Yeah.
And like you said, it was really almost a spongy.
Yeah, it was kind of spongy. The texture was kind of weird.
And I don't know if it was some kind of berry or some kind of, wasn't it?
Poi something.
But anyway, it was, like I said, it was very good.
Yeah.
And then the cream puff, the one I got was cocoa.
It was really good.
So it was like a chocolate, and the frosting on top was almost like I don't know what you want to call that one.
It was almost, was it like a macadamia nut?
It could have been,
something.
Yes,
it was kind of hard or a little firm. It wasn't. Firm. It was like
at first I thought, oh, is it peanut butter? It wasn't peanut butter flavored.
I think it was macadamia.
It must have been.
Yeah. So the bakery's name was Lilaha, Lilaha, and the donut is Poi Mochi, Mochi.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Someone told me we should get Hungarian donuts. So I don't know if those were or Portuguese donuts.
Portuguese, yeah.
Portuguese. I don't know if that's the same thing or not.
But yeah, it was really good. I was impressed. And like I said, it was, and it's in like
the international marketplace. So it's kind of like a mall.
Kind of like an open
air mall.
They got, and whatever these trees are, they have.
Are they banyan trees? Or?
It could be. That sounds right.
Yeah.
I mean, they're just amazing. They got these giant ones in this mall that the mall is kind of built around. So it's really a cool thing. I mean, it was neat. And
we got to see this bird that it kind of looked like it.
It looked like the head of a cardinal.
But the head was red, but then it was gray.
But then it was like lighter color. The rest of the body. It was really. I took a picture of it, so we could always post it on social media as well. Getting back to this coconut.
Oh, I liked it a lot.
What do you think on a score on that one?
I'd give it a 3.2.
Okay. Yeah, I really like it too, and I'm going to go like a 3.3. I do think that, like I said, it had that almost perfect balance of the coconut and the coffee too. Neither of them overpowered the other, so that was really nice. So the last one that we have on our first flight is the Hawaii Life.
The Hawaii Life?
And it's a light lager.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
right in my wheelhouse.
There you go. 4.2% and 25 IBUs. And it says citrus and mosaic hopped lager. So it's definitely a lighter color. Yeah, that's not bad. You don't get that the hoppiness like you had that first one. Or the second one that we had there.
Yeah, it's not bad.
You know what I mean?
It's got good flavor though.
Yeah.
I mean, know, because some of the, the lighter beers are just, water.
Right.
This has
flavor. And I mean, you do taste the hops, but then it's gone. It's not. It doesn't hang.
It doesn't linger.
Like
yeah, it's very good.
Like the Pau Hana. That one hung on longer than this one does. This is pretty good. I mean, I'm not usually a light beer guy. per se, but it's this was good. This would be a lawnmower beer.
Absolutely.
Where you could have it cold and then get done mowing and enjoy it on a hot day.
Yep.
All right.
I'd definitely give it probably a 2.8.
2.8. Yeah, I agree with you. I definitely think it's better than the other one that had more hop to it. I'm gonna go like a 2.9 actually. I do like that. Probably one of the higher light beers
right.
that I've scored. So yeah, that one was pretty good. So I'd say that first flight. I mean, they were all definitely ones that you could enjoy. All right, we're just moving stuff around here to get the other one. And the one thing I've noticed is that the coconut porter was the only darker beer that they.
Yeah, everything is really light.
Is lighter, yeah. So the one on the end looks almost like orange juice, doesn't it?
I was looking at that and it said it's an Oh My God Hazy.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'm not going to be a fan of that one.
So I don't know. Hazies are pretty because it knocks down the hoppiness of it. So I think you'll be surprised. So the first one that we have on this one is their Big Swell IPA, and this is a 6.8% ABV. 70 IBUs.
Oh, so it's going to be really hoppy.
Tropical citrus hops burst from this dry hopped India Pale Ale. So it should be interesting to see exactly how it's, because the one thing that Jim and I have learned too is the hop scale is really subjective, because there's been other ones that are high like that you don't even taste them. And other ones, so it's, I don't know, I don't understand it, on how they come up with a number, but we'll see how it is. Aroma-wise, it's not, you can smell a little bit of hop, but not bad. That's not nearly as hoppy as I thought it was going to be.
Oh, it's not.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It is weird.
Actually like this. It's not bad.
I'm glad I'm sitting down.
Because I do not like IPAs at all.
IPAs and wheat beers you're not big fans of. Isn't that weird though?
It doesn't linger though.
No.
There's not a...
Exactly. And like I said, when you hear 70 IBUs, I thought it was really going to be hoppy. And that's the one thing that Jim and I have discovered on a lot of, when we've done a number of IPA podcasts already, there's some of them are where if it says 70, it's really hoppy. But there's a number of them are like this where it's not bad at all. I don't get it, but I'm not complaining.
Right.
So what are you thinking on a score on that one?
I mean, if I was just rating it as an IPA, I would probably give it like a 3, because I mean, I don't normally like IPAs.
Right. Yeah.
So,
I'm going to go a 2.8, but it is one of those that's really surprising. I mean, I was expecting it to really be hoppy. So we decided today that we were going to come here and knock out a podcast right away. Because, you got to have some to work with. And we figured, hey, who's to say we're never going to come back to Hawaii?
Right.
Suzy was a little disappointed because she had plans of laying on the beach.
Yes.
And so we're going to have to push that off a little bit. Probably tomorrow morning we can go out for a little while, but...
so the beach is like open to the public. So it's, you just walk there, and I brought like a blanket. So I think we could probably rent a chair or so.
See, it looked like that one place you could rent chairs.
Yeah, so we'll have to figure that out, because my alabaster husband is not fond of the sun.
Yeah.
So he tends to burn.
I don't tan. I burn, peel, and then I'm back to being almost albino. So for the most part.
And I could be in the sun 24/7. I love it.
Yeah, I can usually take it for a little while, and then it's like, all right, I got to move somewhere. But yeah, the way the weather looks, it's supposed to be nice the entire time we're down here. So I think we'll definitely be able to. It's
not like Africa hot,
no,
there's so much wind, and there's always a breeze, so it's not like you really even realize you're that hot, in the sun.
Yeah, and like I said, there's been a number of times on the cruises that we've been on where, and now granted it's farther south, but like some of the times in the Caribbean, it can get really hot. And it's like, for myself, just speaking for myself, it's like almost not much fun when it's that hot.
Right.
But like here, there's a nice breeze, but I think it was like in the low 80s. I think it's supposed to be like here, where sometimes down there it's worse,
right,
or hotter. But it's really nice. Like I said, just to walk around and check stuff out, and just the amount of different plants you see, and of course the birds and such.
Yeah, we did make it to a place last night on the beach. We took a little walk on the beach. It was later. It was dark. they said there were fireworks, but we couldn't see them.
Couldn't see it because the hotel
was in the way.
our-
But so we walked down to the beach, and then we went to this little bar. Well, it was I think part of a hotel.
I think so.
The
But it was outside.
Royal Hawaiian or something.
Yeah, it was outside.
Yeah.
Outside type bar.
Yeah, but I had a Mai Tai that had this Coco Loco foam, like coconut cream foam on top of it. Oh my goodness.
That was pretty
It
good.
was so amazing. And then this huge chunk of pineapple that was fresh.
I was going to say, I'm sure it's fresh. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they do have a pineapple plantation on the island. The Dole Pineapple Plantation is here. And did you know that they grow out of the ground?
Oh,
Yeah. So I can't wait because we're stopping there on our island
on
tour.
our island tour. I think they said that's the last stop is the
Yeah.
Dole Plantation. So it should be interesting to see. Yeah, I had no idea.
Yeah.
I guess when you
And
think
it takes
about
them like 8 years to grow.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah. That's what my friend Lindy told me.
That's, see,
And
as
you
not
gotta-
only do we entertain, we educate on this show. See?
And apparently there's a dessert called the Dole Whip that you have to get.
The what? The
It's a Dole Whip. It's like a frozen something or the other.
I'm guessing you can get it there.
Yes. I think there's a place down here too, but
Okay. Well, we'll check it
they
out.
serve it in a little
So it's like
pineapple
a
cup.
ice cream or like a frozen? 'Cause
I
see
think
a
it's
lot
like
of
frozen
shaved ice.
fruit. Yeah, I think it's like a frozen fruit thing.
Okay.
Maybe with
Huh.
cream in it. I don't know, but it looks nummy. I can't wait to try it.
Well, I was gonna say when we were walking last night, there was it down? It was by the surfboard, was it? Remember we were walked down by that one place and it said it was a guilt-free dessert.
Oh, right. It was
So I
just
don't
fruit.
know-
Yeah.
is that what it was?
It was
Just fruit?
it was like pureed fruit that
Okay.
was like frozen or something. Yeah.
Okay, because I was like, well, hey, there you go.
There you
know? All right, well, let's get back to here. We've got a pineapple manna is what this one is called, and this is a wheat beer.
Oh, I'm not gonna like.
So let's see, it is 5.5% ABV and 18 IBU, so pretty low on the top.
Oh, but it's pineapple.
Yes, Maui Gold Pineapple gives sweet aroma to this smooth-bodied brew, is their description.
Oh.
Looks pretty similar to the ones we've had so far, kind of a lighter color. Oh boy, yeah, you can smell
Pineapple?
Take a smell of that. You can smell the pineapple.
Oh wow, yeah.
You can start
I'll go
off.
first.
I'll take a drink.
You can't even taste the wheat.
So,
It's really good. I like
I'm
that.
just like blown away by the aroma.
It's
like,
not overpowering pineapple, but you can definitely you get the pineapple at the end.
Oh wow, yeah.
Isn't that good?
I don't taste the wheat at all.
No, not at all. This
No.
is probably my favorite beer so far.
You think so?
Yeah.
So you like this better than the porter?
I like it better than the porter. The porter
this is-
is a little darker. I'm not
Yeah,
really,
you're not really
I'm more into the lighter beers. But
Right. I mean, you taste
do,
them,
yeah.
and such. And back when she was, for whatever reason, after her Achilles surgery, when you couldn't
have beer, yeah.
you have normal beers and get sick, she could drink Russian Imperial Stout
Yeah, but I
and be
can-
fine.
Yeah.
But not, But no, it's
got great
definitely
flavor.
It's not over the top pineapple to
No,
where
it's just got a very subtle
'cause,
pineapple
like
taste.
a lot of times, like with mixed, like mixed drinks, if I get like a lot of pineapple and orange juice, I'll get heartburn.
Yeah.
But this is like really good. You want another taste of that?
Yeah, I do.
That's like, so I guess we'll find out on the Dole tour if there must be different varieties
Of
of
pineapples?
pineapple. Because this one had said it was Maui Gold pineapple.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if there's, like I said, of course I didn't know they grew out of the ground, and I didn't know that they took 8 years.
We should look it up. And
Yeah.
we'll take a picture at the plantation. I'm sure we'll see. And
Right.
we'll put that on the socials as
Oh,
well.
sure. Yep,
Yeah.
we can definitely do that.
Yeah.
Well, what are you thinking on the?
Oh, this is my favorite so far. I would have to give it 3.5.
All right. Yeah, I do think that's really good. I'm going to go like a 3.4 because I do think that this would be another one that if it's ice cold and it's hot outside, I think this would be it'd probably go down really easy.
Right.
And it's not over the top strong. It's 5.5%.
Right.
So you could definitely drink a few of them and be fine. So what else do we have in Hawaii that we should talk about?
Well, our hotel had a fire alarm issue today.
Yeah. We're
that's
sitting
kinda
there,
funny.
and all of a sudden, actually, you were on the balcony of the room, and I was sitting there, and all of a sudden, somebody's talking in our room, but it was over
Yeah.
the speaker, and it's like, you don't have to leave your rooms now, and it's like, I thought, did I miss
going on?
something? Because because the alarms never went off.
No.
You know, and then they broadcast, you know, and I don't know if it was which language for sure. If it was like Japanese,
I think there are a lot of Asians that come to visit.
Then they
Hawaii.
gave the announcement and that, and then they came back on in English and had said that they were experiencing some kind of
we weren't to worry that it was a false alarm, and they were worried. They were apologized for the inconvenience,
right?
But
and then it went off for a little bit, and then it quit, and we're like, oh, okay. And we took the elevator down to the lobby and all that, and then you had forgot something up in the room, and you're like, oh, can you run back up? So I'm like, yeah. Well, all of a sudden, all the elevators are locked at the 5th floor, and you hit the button, and it didn't do anything. And we were sat there for a while, and then people were starting to sit in the lobby because you couldn't get up to their rooms.
Yeah, I think there's a service elevator in the back.
It could be. But I think, I'm sure it was because of the fire alarm going off that it probably locked the elevators, so you couldn't use them. So hopefully when we make our way back to the hotel here, it'll be, I'm sure it'll be fixed and all that. So, but it always is exciting.
That's for sure.
All right, so the next one that we have is Sunshine Girl Golden Ale. And this is 4.6% ABV and 28 IBUs. Light and refreshing golden ale with tropical and citrus hop aroma.
Oh, that sounds nummy.
Yeah, it's got a little different flavor to it. Definitely the hops are not, they don't linger. It's very...
Got a different, yeah, you're right. It's got a different flavor, but it's not offensive, or it doesn't leave like a bad aftertaste, or nothing lingers or anything.
Right.
Another really good hot day
beer.
Cold beer and a hot day beer.
Yep.
Yep.
So Sunshine Girl Golden Ale. Yeah, like I said, it does have a little different flavor. The hops are not bad at all.
Sometimes the citrus hops, you get that grapefruit, and I really don't necessarily care for that, to drink grapefruit.
Yep. Yeah, that's not bad. That would be on the verge of being a lawnmower beer, too.
Yeah.
You could finish mowing your lawn and grab a cold one and sit out there, and that'd be good.
Right.
Yeah.
So tonight we were doing a sunset sale.
It was kind of funny knowing that we're from Wisconsin, and they had two options. The first one, you got one drink, and the second one was unlimited drinks. So I'm sure you probably figured out or could guess which option we went with.
Option one or option two.
And it was kind of funny because the gentleman that booked it for us, he's actually from North Dakota.
Yeah.
And I was going to say, we're from Wisconsin. Yeah. Which one do you think we're going to pick?
Yeah.
But I think you had actually said, we'll do the unlimited one. So it should be, it's like a 2-hour on a catamaran.
Yeah.
Right? I think he said, yeah. So it should be interesting to see how it is. But yeah, so we'll see. I don't know what kind of drinks they'll have.
I would assume it's probably like a Mai Tai or a rum punch
or some kind of rum punch. I was just going to say when we've done those in the Caribbean, it's always everybody's got rum punch.
Yeah.
So it should be interesting to see. But I just thought that was funny.
In the Caribbean, they refer to that as vitamin R.
Yes, vitamin R.
Yeah, vitamin R.
So you can always tell, like I can anyway, because like I've said on here before, other than beer, my normal spirit that I drink is rum, and I can always tell when my vitamin R level is going down. You can feel it. Yeah. You gotta,
perk that up a little bit.
And like it always says, yes, I do have a problem. My body doesn't produce its own alcohol, so I have to use supplements.
Right. So, Exactly.
So do you have something?
No, this is a Sunshine Girl. I mean, I like it. It's a good, I would say 2.8.
Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna go 2.7. I do like it. I think, like I said, it would be a really good, like a lawnmower type beer. Mm-hmm. This flavor was a little bit different, but again, not in a bad
offensive,
way.
Yeah.
And I think that anybody, that's the one thing so far. And I guess we'll talk about it more when we get there, but they've all been very good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So far. Now, the last one that we have looks like orange juice in the glass. This is their OMG Hazy IPA. That's a 7% ABV. So this is the highest ABV one that we've had.
Oh, okay.
And it's 35 IBUs. Now, I know you had said that you were kind of worried about it, but the hazy IPAs, typically that haze, whatever they do to it, it knocks the IPA.
So why do they call it hazy? Just because of just because of that, or
basically I think.
So what do they do to it to make it hazy?
That would be a good question for my brother.
Oh, okay.
So I will have to get a hold of him and see what he says on that. I think it's more. I'm not even going to say because I don't want to give bad information on it. But I do like them. Jim actually has almost grown fond of some of the hazy IPAs that we've had.
Oh, really?
Which is totally crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So let me get back here. Just saying, it's juicy, hoppy India Pale Ale with pink guava, orange, and mango.
Ooh.
So it looks like orange juice, but it has other stuff in it.
I like guava.
I mean, it smells kind of like an IPA. That is a different flavor. Wow. I can definitely get like the mango.
So again, I'm not offended. This is weird because everything that I would typically be like, ugh.
Yeah.
This is really not bad. It's got a little more bitterness.
This has
a little more bite, I think.
I think you can tell.
More citrus.
Yes.
Yeah.
I say that you can definitely taste more of that citrusy.
But it's got good flavor.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
And 7%, I don't think it tastes like it's 7%. It's very smooth.
Yeah. So this is Maui Brewing,
yes.
And their brewery though is in Maui. So they don't
Actually, they have a brewery in Honolulu.
Oh, they do?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's kind of funny because, not about this place, but there's another brewery that hopefully we may be able to get a chance to stop at. It's Waikiki Brewing, and that's in Honolulu.
Oh, okay.
But from here, it's not quite 2 miles.
So Honolulu and Waikiki are all on the island of Oahu. So you fly into Honolulu Airport, and it took us, 35 minutes to get to Waikiki?
Yeah, but I think a lot of that was because it was pretty heavy traffic.
Yeah.
When we left the airport, it was probably getting close to kind of rush hour.
On a Friday.
Mm-hmm. So when we were going, it wasn't bad to begin with, but then the closer into town you got, then it really kind of bogged down. And that's when we for sure decided, I don't think we need a rental car.
Yeah.
Well, we can Uber. I did check an Uber, and from here to Waikiki Brewing, it's like $7 for an Uber ride or something like that. So hopefully we'll be able to check that place out and do a podcast from there as well, because I think it'd be nice to try a couple different places. But
I think one other thing that we should do is the Polynesian Cultural Center. We need to go there, and I think
folks did that when they came to Hawaii.
And that we'll probably have to take a Uber to get there, because I
don't know. We'll figure that out.
Because that's kind of by where the luau is going to be.
Oh, okay.
I think.
Yeah, we'll have to find out, because I know that's where my mom and dad, I'm not sure how many years ago. It's been a little while ago now, but they came down with an aunt and uncle of mine, and they did a luau at the Polynesian Cultural Center.
Okay.
And they said it was amazing, just the show and all that stuff that goes with it. And that was one of the things that the gentleman that we booked this one through had said too, was there's 3 parts to a luau.
Yeah.
One is the food.
One is the
venue.
One
is the show.
Yeah, and then the venue.
The venue. And I believe the one that we picked, he said the venue was amazing.
Yeah.
And the show was amazing. And the food, I said it was medium to medium plus, whatever, but then he said, the best food one was the one that was the closest to us, but then it's like on the roof of a hotel or something. He goes, and it's really not.
And the one that is on the beach is like an hour from here.
Yeah.
So we'd have to be on a bus for an hour, and I don't think
which wouldn't be bad, but I think the one we picked it'll be nice.
Yeah.
And that one I thought was, you say 40 minutes? Or no, not that long. That was the other one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not not that far. So it should be interesting. Hopefully we'll take pictures and such.
Yeah, so we also get to go, it's near the aquarium, so we'll get to do the aquarium at the same time.
Yes.
So,
yep. So we can check that out as well.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, let's get back to this. Oh my God, hazy IPA. What do you think on that one?
I'd give it a 2.8. I mean, it's not bad.
Okay.
It's got good flavor, and it's not... for a hazy, like I said, I don't care for things that look like you could choke on them when you drink them.
Right.
But it was good.
I'm gonna go with 3.2.
Wow.
I liked it. I thought it was very good. That citrus, the mango, and the guava, and that kind of stood out a little bit.
I didn't really get the guava part of it. I mean, because guava is more sweet.
Right.
But the citrus obviously was there. But.
Yeah. I mean, it was good. Like I said, I think they that citrusy flavor was a little different than some of the other ones you get where they're hazy, they still have a citrus, but there's a lot of them that are not that many flavors. You know what I'm saying? So I thought it was a good change of pace. So yeah, I thought they were good. All right, well, I guess out of all those 8, personally, I think the only one that I would say that I could see maybe a person maybe not liking if they weren't used to it was that Pau Hana, or however you say it. That was the IPA that had that like a really
little
dry.
bitter, dry. Yes.
That was the only one of those 8 that I would say if you're not used to IPAs, you might not like it.
Right.
All the rest of these beers, I think anybody could try it and they wouldn't be offended by them.
Right.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. My favorite was, that pineapple was surprising. I thought that was very good. And then the coconut, which I've had before, I thought the coconut was very good. And then that last one, that's my top 3.
And mine was the pineapple as well.
Yep.
I thought that was really good. It just had such good flavor.
Yeah.
I mean, very, very different.
Yeah, I was surprised. So, well, hey, that kind of wraps it up here at Maui Brewing, and let's say we got places to go, I guess.
Yep.
Try not to get sunburned.
Yep.
Things like that. Like I said, we do have that sunset cruise tonight coming up, so we got.
And today is Saturday, right?
Yep.
So it's going to be interesting on Sunday trying to watch football because it's on at like 7 a.m. here.
Oh, I never even thought about that.
Yeah.
That is going to be an issue.
Yeah, so we're going to have to get up early, and I don't know. We'll probably
have to watch it on our phones, maybe. I don't know what in Hawaii what they broadcast
well, they did
here.
That. So we forgot to mention our favorite bartender here at Maui Brewing Thai.
Oh yeah.
From last night.
Yep.
He's a very nice guy. And he told us about some Rivals sports bar that we could go.
Bar.
And he said they're open that early just for
football.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he said, well, is that the place that he said, well, they have 5 TVs?
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, well, there's more than 5 games, but it'll be interesting because we did see, and I don't know, like that skybox.
Oh, that sports bar on that international market.
I don't know if that's open at that time or not. I don't know.
Right, we'll have to check.
We're talking about maybe stopping there to check that out maybe tonight when we get back because it's a pizza and it says tap room, so hopefully it'll be some other Hawaiian beers or something that we could try out.
Yeah.
But so it'll be. I never thought about. Oh no, we're only 4 hours, so we don't have to get up at 8 o'clock instead.
Right.
So,
yeah.
Well.
Yeah.
Bummer.
So our bartender last night, Ty, he's originally from Texas.
Yeah.
Right.
I think that's where he was.
Yeah. I think so. But he was very nice.
Yeah.
We had fun.
We had bought because last night we were doing like their limited release. Just for the podcast, I wanted to do their year-round beers so people could find them. And so I did buy 2 flights that we tried. We didn't do a podcast on it because we just found it where it was at and wanted to have a drink. And then the last one, maybe I shouldn't say anything, but he did buy us.
Yeah.
Because he goes, well, these are the only ones you haven't tried on that whole menu. So here, why don't you know? So that was pretty nice.
Yeah.
So,
it was awesome.
Yeah. Well, all right. Well, hey, Suzy, thanks for coming back to the Maui Brewing Company and suffering through all these beers with me.
I didn't have to suffer. They were really good.
I said they were very good. And so ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for listening. And like I said, hopefully we'll be able to find another brewery or 2 while we're down here because we still got another 9 days to kind of hang out and such. So anyway, like we always say, we hope your campfire is always warm.
And your beer is always cold.
See ya.
See ya. Aloha.
Thank you for listening to the Northwoods Beer Guy podcast. If you have a question, a comment, or a beer you'd like us to review, please feel free to send us a message at northwoodsbeerguy@gmail.com. You can also find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. If you're on Untappd, look up Northwoods Beer Guy and send a friend request. Until next week, I hope all your campfires are warm and all your beer is cold.